was taken in the Spirit while I was in prayer. I was taken in the Spirit to the state of California. I was taken to the state of California. And as I was going to enter into the state of California, in this vision, I saw the state of California, and inside the state of California was the nation of Peru. And as I'm coming down into California, I see the nation of Peru in California. I enter into this place that I've never been to before in the natural. The only way that I can describe it to you, and I talked to a friend of mine yesterday, Pastor Darren Stott from Seattle, Washington. I said I felt like I was in a camping area, and there was trees, like I was in the woods, but it wasn't like a full-on wilderness. There was like I could see the sky. It felt like I was in this camping area. And I asked the Lord, I said, where am I? And he said, you are in Peru, California. Now, while I'm having this vision, I don't even understand how to teach or explain this. But at the same time I'm having the vision and the Lord says to me, this is Peru, California, my natural mind starts going, there's no place in California called Peru. And in fact, I'm almost starting to, in my mind, kind of debate about what I'm seeing. Like, there is no Peru, California. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, there is no Peru, California. As I'm kind of debating this in my mind, that there is no Peru, California, the Lord speaks to me. And this is what I heard the Lord say. He said, watch this place. I will fill this space. Something special is about to take place. He speaks that to me. And as I'm standing in this place that seemed to be a camping area, or it was a wooded area, but it was open. As I'm standing there in the spot, the earth begins to shake and literally starts shaking. The floor, the ground where I was standing on starts shaking, like just like a shake, just shaking. And I heard the Lord say, this is a God quake. This is a God quake. The heavenly realms will shake to release a blessing I have preserved in the earth below. So I'm standing in this place, and where God said was called Peru, California. I'm standing in this area, and the whole ground begins to like shake, like an earthquake, like shaking violently, like shake. And the Lord says to me, he says, this is a God quake. He said, the heavenly realms will shake to release a blessing I preserved in the earth below. Now, when the earth started shaking, I want to be really, I want to hone in on this, because I don't want people to think that, okay, Charlie Shamp is predicting a horrible earthquake in California, just like all the other, doomsday prophets. When I cannot say that the earth wasn't shaking, because it was. The entire ground was shaking, but I didn't feel like it was demonic, or that there was something that we needed to pray against, like it was some kind of catastrophe that was going to take place. It didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like something that we need to come against, like we need to pray against this this earthquake in California. And I mean, how many prophetic words have we heard about earthquakes in California? So, and judgment in California. So I wanted to say that I'm not saying that there's a judgment upon California. In fact, the complete opposite. While I do believe that there is some kind of shaking and a quaking and maybe even a natural earthquake that is going to be in this place called Purdue, California, a shaking that God told me that it was a God quake. The Lord said this is a God quake, and the heavenly realms will shake to release a blessing preserved in the earth below. Then I heard the Lord say, they will say, people will say, what is the reason for this to come? And the Lord said this, he said, a rumble, a shake, a sign to awake. The harvest has come. Another gold rush has begun. So there's something to do with the shaking and the quaking that is going to come in California, that is going to release it's going to release a rumble, a shake, a sign to awake. So there's an awakening coming to California. The harvest. Now, is that a spiritual harvest? I believe so. I believe it's a spiritual harvest, and I believe it's a natural harvest. And because it's a double harvest. The Lord said, the harvest has come. Another gold rush has begun. So there's something about this particular place, Purdue, California, a shaking happening, and then there being gold released. Now, is that spiritual gold? Is that natural gold? I don't want to try to read into the vision. I don't want to try to read into the vision. I want to release the word and for us to begin to pray into it. Because the Lord told me that there is going to be a shaking, a quaking, and he called it a God quake. And he told me that it was going to be a sign, this rumble and this shaking, that it was a sign of awakening.
For everyone that is empty, you will be filled with his great